Hello viewers, and welcome back to the channel. Now today Canyon has launched a brand new lightweight e-mountain bike, the Neuron on Fly, and this is it here. The main details we'll go through in a minute, but we have the new Bosch SX motor, so lower power, lighter weight, the sort of bike I'm really keen to experience really. I've ridden the Specialized Turbo Levo SL recently, so today we'll find out how this compares. Just a short first ride on some amazing dusty trails. There'll be a more in-depth review coming on the channel in the next few weeks or months, so let's dive in.
We're proud to announce the debut of an entirely new bike for us. It is without a doubt the most versatile e-mtb that we've ever made. And I guess in a sense, it's not just that it's a slight variation on the bike, it's a signal of where we're going as a company. By the time we get to fall, we will have without a doubt the most complete and diverse e-mountain bike line in the United States. The world right now kind of exists between two poles. Light assist bikes that are cool, that feel more like your typical analog bike, right? They're nimble, playful, but don't have a whole lot of power assist. And then, just like our three full power bikes that are big, brawny, have big batteries, tons of range, lots of power, but are, as part of being big and brawny, heavy, right? So you either get people like when the light assist bikes came out, they're like, it's awesome, it's lightweight, but then I get dropped by everybody who's got a full power bike. And some people are like, I like the power of a full power bike, but Jesus, I don't want to see the chiropractor every time I have to put it in my truck, or I get it offline. It's just kind of a mofo to get back online. The middle ground is what's been missing, right? That's what this bike delivers, is that sort of Goldilocks porridge that's just right for a lot of riders, which is to say, significantly lighter thanks to the Bosch SX drive system. You're saving about 7.5 pounds of weight versus a typical Bosch Performance CX motor and battery system. The battery is 400 watt hours, so significantly smaller than a full power one. But the key thing here is that at high RPMs, this motor delivers the same 600 watts of peak assist that you'd get out of the full power bike. So in other words, it's lightweight, it's much more nimble, but you get a ton of power if you're pushing the pedals. That is different than a full power bike with, again, the typical Bosch Performance CX motor, something that's closer again to our Strivons here. Those bikes, you can be kind of slow pedaling, 60, 70 RPM, and you're getting as much of the assist as you're gonna get. This bike is really designed for people who don't want to let the bike do the riding, for people who want to get out there, give it to the pedals, just like on their analog bike, but want to go faster, want that full power.
Well, the bike really delivers the power when you get the pedal spinning. Like stepping up to a different power mode just by spinning the pedals a bit faster. And that way you get a better workout than a full fat e-bike where you barely touch the pedals. The trails, the landscape out here, the weather, absolutely incredible. And dusty, look at the dust, sand. Well, this is slippery, dry stuff. So the motor works best, delivers its power at higher RPM than the Bosch CX. So the Bosch CX gives all its power at 70 RPM when you're pedaling. This motor is designed to give you power at a higher RPM in a range of 80 to 90. And if you go beyond that, say 100 RPM, it actually gives you the same 600 watt hour peak power delivery as a Bosch CX. So the power is there if you are prepared, willing, able to spin your legs. So spin to win or spin to untap all the power. Peak power is 55 Newton meters, so lower than the 85 of the Bosch CX. And we have a 400 watt hour battery, which is bigger than like the Specialized Turbo Levo SL I rode a few months ago.
Using the new Bosch SX motor makes the Neuron a much more interesting proposition than the Bosch CX race-powered Neuron I rode last year. Don't worry, that model still remains in the range alongside a regular Neuron, offering more choice in this lineup. The SX motor is smaller and lighter than a CX, but it's still bigger and heavier than a TQ, Versur and Specialized motors. It's powered by a 400 watt hour battery, which together with a motor saves up to nearly 3 kilograms over the CX powered Neuron. There is an optional battery pack for extended range requirements. The appeal of the SX is in how it delivers more power than its other lightweight units. Compared to the specialised turbo lever SL I spent nearly 3 months riding earlier this year, the SX feels a lot punchier and definitely has more power in reserve when you need it. Short, punchy climbs were more easily managed on the Canyon, but it still felt just as agile and playful as the lever SL. It's definitely a better match with the SX motor than the CX race motor for the riding I do and my current fitness levels, because it actually assists you rather than doing all the work for you as full fat e-bikes tend to do in my experience.
Oh, you ruts. He put those ruts there. Oh my god. What is that? Trail feature. It's so dry, so dusty, but amazing. I was just not used to dust. That bike handles so well. It's got that nimbleness you want from a mountain bike. You can definitely move it around, much more chuckable than a full fat e-bike. Does remind me of the Levo SL. Yeah, you can just move it around. This feels light underneath me. Geometry feels good. I'm taking it pretty easy because I'm not used to dusty trails. I've been warned about poison oak. I've got a week of riding ahead of me, so but nice and mellow it is. Oh, that's a nice little feature. Like a roller coaster, it's up and down. Swoopy, swoopy. Oh, it's such a good trail. Just feels like a normal sort of trail enduro bike right now in terms of weight. What way?
Nice.
Yeah, I like what Canyon have done here. I love this sort of lightweight, low powered e-bike concept, and the Bosch SX seems to be the motor of choice for a lot of companies, and you've got reliability, proven track record of Bosch of course.
On this very limited test ride on some lovely trails, I found myself riding the new bike on the middle 2 of the 4 settings available, controlled by a handlebar remote, and that proved to be just fine for the riding we were doing.
I love having the control and the handlebar as well as going between the 4 modes. 4 modes possibly too much. I'm really using 2 modes, the 2 middle modes. I forget the names off the top of my head right now, but I'm not using the lowest one or the most powerful one, because you just change down a gear, give it a beat full of pedal revs and get you up the climb. And of course there's the option to tune the settings in the Bosch app as well. And you use the modes that suit the riding you're doing, your fitness level, the trails you're riding. So the Bosch SX motor does seem to be appearing as the sort of the favoured choice with lightweight e-mountain bikes, unless you develop your own, like Specialized. And there's a TQ, of course. Haven't tried a TQ yet. This one is quite noisy when you are pedaling at high revs. There's quite a sort of low pitched whir. Not too intrusive, but it's there. Definitely not silent. You hear it coming from a distance when you're waiting for the other group members to catch up. Look at the trail, guys, look at this. Late afternoon, about 5 p.m, approaching golden hour, lovely and warm. And we're going out for a few more laps because you can do that on an e-mountain bike. Right, another sweet bit of single track. That's what the bike is all about. I've got to say, I'm loving the trail, absolutely amazing. Narrow, sinewy, flowing. And the bike just feels great. Doesn't have that lethargic kind of, you're a passenger feeling of a full fat, bigger powered e-bike. Got that sort of manoeuvrability that I want from a mountain bike, even one that's got the motor and the battery. So impressed with how it's got plenty of power, get me up the climbs, but it's let me have a load of fun on the way down. I'm not having any less enjoyment on this bike than I would be on a non-assisted bike, I reckon. That's so narrow. Nice having the motor. You can just sort of pedal strokes out the corner, up to speed, and then wow, you can just get more thrills from the trail. You're constantly holding that high speed, just keeping your speed momentum up. Always tighten here, mind the tree, your head on the tree. The low hanging trees here to watch out for, and the braking bumps. Nice.
The bike still has 140mm of travel front and rear and rolls on a pair of 29-inch wheels. There is no option or choice to go to a mullet if you want it. So less travel and not a mixed wheel size like the Specialized. So a head-to-head comparison on the same trails would be the bike still has 140mm of travel front and rear and rolls on a pair of 29-inch wheels. There is no option or ability to fit a mullet setup if you want. So less travel and not a mullet mixed wheel size like the Specialized. So I think a head-to-head comparison on the same trails between these two bikes would be an interesting battle. At launch there will be 4 bikes available, priced from just under €5,000 up to €8,000. I was riding an entry-level CF7 with a RockShot pipe fork, Shimano Dior drivetrain and SRAM Code R brakes, with a weight for a size large I was on of just over 20 kilograms.
Been a fantastic ride, short but stunning, stunning trails. I really want to ride a bike back home. I'm really excited by the development of lightweight e-mountain bikes. Definitely my cup of tea. And I think this one is pretty sweet. Quite a bit watty down here. Monitoring.
The new bike is definitely a nice addition into the growing range of lightweight, short travel e-mountain bikes. The bikes that I get really excited about because they fit the riding I do well. They assist me, but don't do all the riding for me, and I still definitely get a workout. The best of both worlds.
There we go, quite a bike, very impressed. First impressions, yeah, top notch. Canyon have done a fantastic job. I might have to put my hand in my pocket and buy one perhaps. I'll wait for a full review very soon. Want to find out more? I'll put a link to the Canyon website down below. Got any questions, comments, feedback, drop a comment down below. But that's all today. I'll go out for another quick lap before we have a cold, sweet beer. I'll see you all again very soon. Thank you so much for watching.